Good day, everybody, and welcome to another session on Counselor University Insights. Today, we are going to be looking at how to handle pressure in business and how to maintain emotional confidence under pressure. My name remains Emenne Ifanyi, the Vice Chancellor of Counselor, and I want to start with sharing an experience I had with a friend who is currently facing some immense pressure in his business. Now, this friend's business has collapsed over a given period of time, and because of the failure of his business, he tends to move around with the signs of business pressure all over his body. Your first encounter with him will tell you that this person is passing through some serious financial challenge. Now, it is more like a story I heard last week, because one thing you need to know that human beings are sensitive to the vibrations you are sending out. At any particular point, we are sending out vibration, either negative or positive, and people are picking it up. Now, the average human being that you interact with is more like a predator. Serious challenges in business or in life. Now, we will normally expect that when you are facing some challenges, that when people come around you, they should be able to step up to help you out. Unfortunately, the world of business is not structured that way. When people sense that you are showing signs of weakness in business, they immediately start to prey on you. So, how do we stay emotionally strong when our business is facing challenge? The first thing that you need to do is to stay in a positive environment. For each and every one of us, we will realize that once there are environments that you'll be in, and you find out that because of the people that are around you, you just kind of feel a sense of low confidence in yourself. There are people who, okay, let me give you an instance. I met a young man who I've not met for close to about 5 years. Now, when he saw me, the first thing he did was he looked me from up head to toe. I said, wow, you are looking nice. Meanwhile, my business, he immediately started to boast to me about his business. Now, assuming I was facing a financial challenge, how do you think I'll start to feel? Those are the kind of people that when you are facing pressure, you must start to avoid people who make you feel low and feel less worth about yourself. Because it's energy that drives your business. Anything that saps your energy, you must not put yourself in such an environment. There are people who, just by seeing you, the comments that they will make will immediately start to demoralize you. So for you to be able to handle financial business pressure, those kind of people must not be around you. Secondly, too, you must not put yourself in an environment where everybody around you is complaining about one challenge or the other. When you are facing business challenge, when you're in immense business pressure, you must ensure that you are around people who are positive minded, people who are constantly seeking for ways to improve their business and can make suggestions to you. So for you to be able to handle pressure, you must stay in a positive environment. It means that you need to be very deliberate about where you place yourself. Who are the people around you? Who are the people you associate with? Do an inventory of your friends. When was the last time they made any positive contribution to you? Do an inventory of your colleagues. Do an inventory of the workers you have. Do they always have wonderful excuses for not doing what they are supposed to do? If you don't get rid of those negative-minded people from around you, there's no way you can overcome the financial or business pressure that you are facing. Most importantly, surround yourself with mentors and coaches. We live in a knowledge-driven world, and it's the knowledge that you have that can make you grow yourself. Now, the knowledge, practical knowledge that you get most times can't come from books. They come from people who have already gone through what you are passing through. Recently, I was having a challenge with one of the staff of one of our clients, and the guy is one of the MD. I see him as one of my mentors. And when he listened to, he called me and one of the staff, and he listened to the issues we're having. I said, "Hey, fine, don't you know that you and this guy are practicing witchcraft on my business?" I said, "What do you mean by witchcraft?" He said, "If you cannot overlook this light on you, such that you are focused on the greater goal of the business, don't you know that whatever you are doing is affecting the company negatively?" And when I thought about it, witchcraft is something that is bringing negative influence into a business. And I realized, because he had made me see things in another light, that I was no longer seeing what this other person was doing from that same dimension. It meant that, just like the Bible says, if they slap you on this face, turn the other cheek. It's why you turn the other cheek, because when you look at the bigger picture, you know that this slap should not be the reason why you are not trying to achieve your bigger objective or goal that you are striving to achieve. It means that there are certain people that you must learn to be around, such that they can open your eyes to bigger ways of solving a problem. And it means that you must learn to surround yourself with high achievers. And which is one of the things I've tried to do for us is, all the MDs of our clients, I try to get you guys to interact with them. It's easy for you to learn how to do 100 million business if you've been around somebody who is constantly talking about business deals that has to do with 500 million or 1 billion. But if you're around people who all the biggest negotiation they've done is about 100,000, there's no way you can get ideas on how to solve a 1 million naira problem. So the people around you, the environment around where you put yourself in, when you are facing financial or business pressure, are critical to solving those things. The next point is about mastering your body language. You find out that when you are facing, especially financial pressure, you find out most times it's written all over you that you're having problem. You need to always watch your body language and ask yourself, am I portraying frustration? Am I portraying crisis based on my body language? Which is where personal packaging is very important. When you package yourself very well by the way you dress, when people see you, just your packaging will tell them that yes, this person is actually in a good mood. Even on the inside, you might be facing some serious crisis. And back to the prey-predator situation I was referring to before. When a lion knows that a sheep is an antelope is wounded, he goes straight for that injured animal. When people want to do business with you and they sense that you are under immense business pressure, they will run away because they don't want their own money to be used to solve your own problem. It means that even when you are facing some serious problem in business, don't portray it so that people can sense that you are facing challenges. Like Les Brown will always say, stop sharing your problem with people who don't have the ability to solve it, because 50% of them don't care, and the other 50% are glad that it's you that is having the problem and not them. It's important that we learn the people that we share our problems with. Let it be only people who can solve the problem. Because when you share your problem with somebody who doesn't have the capacity to help you solve the problem, it means that the person will be saying, it's none of my business. Most importantly, thank God it's not me having this problem. Now, I want us to also understand that for our clients, a lot of them are facing challenges in what they are doing. And it's important for us to be able to read their body language to sense when they are passing through these challenges, and we should be able to communicate to them via our own confidence that what you are facing can actually be solved. If you approach somebody who is in crisis and you two are in a crisis mode, automatically what they are facing will look worse than it actually is. But when you step into in the midst of a business crisis and the confidence you show, everybody will feel that, wow, our problem might not be as bad as it actually is. Because most times people in financial problem, the problem is not as bad as they portray. It's found out that in times of war, you see a soldier that is screaming and his body is full of blood. And what will you assume? You feel that, oh, this guy is very seriously injured. But it has been found out that if a soldier his body is full of blood, but he's shouting, it means that that person is not as seriously injured as he or she is. Because if you have the energy to scream, it means that your injury is not serious. So what they find out, most time when you clean up the blood, there is actually the blood that fills the person's body, and the person just senses that he or she is injured. The same thing applies to somebody who is facing business problem and business challenge, even family challenge. Most times when you see the blood, you feel that the injury is so bad. But if you take our time to start to analyze the problem, to actually try to get to the root of the problem, you find out that the problem is not as bad as it is being portrayed. So for us, it's important that you have a calming effect when you walk into a situation, into a business that has problem. Your presence should have such an impact that just by being there, everybody senses that things will improve from here going forward. So, in conclusion, I want each and every one of us to work on the environment we place ourselves in. Look at the friends that surround you. What are the kind of discussions you have with them all the time? Look at how you package yourself. Study your body language, so that you don't walk into another person's business and you transmit your own energy into their own business when it's not positive. So with this, I want to say that I believe that by this week, the problem that our clients are having, we'll learn to help them to solve it, so that their business can grow and everybody too will have a happy story to tell. Thank you, and see you next week.